Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back home. We're in our van. We landed last night back in Arizona and coming off our New Year celebration in New York.
Oh, it was a blast. I mean, it was crazy that we actually got to do that.
We actually got in. We were there. That is one of the things that we always want to challenge ourselves on is experiences and doing things outside of the box and being in a place where people wouldn't necessarily want to go because of the crowds, because of the cold.
But the best part is we don't like read it in a book and do it. We just kind of randomly do it, Yeah. We randomly find these things. Like this so happened to be, I was just checking bookings.com and to see if there was anything cheap in New York City just for kicks. And there was, and we took it and we did it. So it's not a bucket list. It's more, we want to do all the things. Now, would we do New York City again?
Times Square, New York, New Year's Eve? No.
We would go. We just wouldn't go into the crowd. We've done it now, so we don't need to do it again.
Yeah.
But
so we had the iconic celebration for New Year's, and I thought we would start off the new year and reflect on what we did this past year. Even though there was a ton of ups and downs happening throughout the year, we did a lot. We actually did a lot last year. And so instead of Bob turning the camera and the questions on me on where we're going in the upcoming months, I am going to ask him questions and see what his memory was like and where we were last year, every month in the year. Unfortunately, I think he's going to do pretty good because his memory is way better than mine.
Well, and I dream most of the stuff up. So.
I actually had to look through all my old photos to come up with everything that we did through the years. I came up with some biggies, but there was a lot I missed too.
But it'll be hard because, we're doing smaller things. Before we would do like 2-month trips, so that was pretty easy. Yeah. Now we do smaller things. So.
Okay, backing up to January. What did we do in January and where were we?
So, January. So, let me start in December. Just so I can get my head going the right way. We were in Vegas over Christmas and New Year's. Then we got our pack rafts.
Yeah, we bought our pack rafts, but where were we?
Tucson.
Ah, okay. You didn't say we were in Tucson.
Well, no. I remember we got the pack rafts off in Tucson. Tucson was a cool city. We just got an Airbnb there.
Yeah, it was fun to be in Tucson for a week because we hadn't experienced Tucson like that before, and we actually loved it.
Yeah, and a fun owner for the Airbnb too.
Yeah, we met. Yeah, he was a great guy. Yeah. Hopefully, we cross paths with him again. What else did we do in January?
When did we stay in Phoenix at the house that we shared with people? That might have been January.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that.
So we stayed in a house and it was through bookings.com.
It was a huge house. A mansion.
Yeah.
With many bedrooms, and then we shared a house with 4 other bedrooms.
And nobody lived there full time. It was just people would come and go, but we stayed there for, I don't know, a week or whatever.
We rented a bedroom in this big house.
It was fun.
It was fun because we did actually meet some good people there. So, February.
So February, we met Alex and Angela in Sedona, Arizona, which we loved.
And we spent actually quite a bit of our time in Sedona in February because they came out for 10 days and then some of my girlfriends came out and we spent a long weekend. I spent a long weekend with them in Sedona too. So February was Sedona.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Sedona.
Yeah, Sedona's great.
On to March.
At the end of March, we did the river rescue. So Sierra River Rescue.
That was a highlight of March.
And very important because we got the pack rafts. We want to do whitewater rafting, class 1, 2, 3, and so it was very important that we did that.
It made us totally comfortable, not totally, made us a lot more comfortable being in rapids and being able to figure out how to rescue people, rescue ourselves, swim in the rapids. So that was a great, even if we didn't do the actual certification, which we did, we met a ton of really cool people, and then our instructor he is the rock star of rafting, kayaking.
So a little bit of information. His name was Carson, and we saw a video, and he didn't show us that at all. He didn't tell us about this at all. His parents were whitewater guides, so he grew up with this. but he went to Pakistan, and I watched this on YouTube, and did this crazy. It's one of the most challenging rivers in the world. And the nicest guy, really nice guy, and never told us about that.
No,
but he was a rock star.
Very humbled person.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best kayakers in the world, maybe, or whatever. I mean, I think he gave it up actually and went back to college for.
He's going back to be a physician assistant. He'll be a great physician assistant. Long tangent there. Sorry. So that was March. Oh no. Most importantly for you guys, March, which you didn't remember, is I took video editing courses. We were in Wisconsin, and I did video editing courses through the San Francisco Bay Area Film and Editing School. I did online Zoom, in-person Zoom courses, and that is how I learned how to do videoing, video editing, and it was such a good course to take. Just a new experience for me. I want to do new learning. I love the creativity that it gets me, and yeah, March was a great month, and I did that.
You know, we mentioned it before, but the reason that we do the YouTube videos is for Gay. She wanted more interaction in our travels and kind of document it and then learn. And she had to learn the MacBook Pro, which she didn't have any experience on. I mean, she was
mind-blowing.
She was an occupational therapist and used computers, but not to the level. And so she had to learn all that. But the whole, just, you know, so people know this is what she loves to do as far as editing and having fun. We're not out to make like the classic videos that other people may do.
I'm not looking to make money. I'm not looking to be the next YouTuber.
Right.
I wanted to enhance our travels, and I wanted something to do with my creativity. And I love new learning, and I'm glad we did that. Or I chose to
we
do
love having more subscribers too, and we love the interaction. So we're not saying we don't want it.
That's also what I want. Is the interaction.
We love it, but that was not the primary focus.
Right.
But for one thing to say is, since June 1st, basically, Gay has put out a video every day since June 1st. Yeah. So what is that? 365 days, 180 something. I mean, never missing a day. I mean, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So
I did accidentally miss a day one time because I put out the time incorrectly because we were in another country. But anyways.
Yeah.
So I did that in March. I think that's complete for March. What was it that we did in April?
So April, we went to the Glen Canyon and pack rafted down the Colorado River.
Right.
We jet boated. We got on a jet boat. They jet boated us to the top, and then we pack raft down.
And then we rafted around the very famous Horseshoe Bend National Park area, which was spectacular.
Yeah, and that was spectacular with the huge cliffs and I mean, it was beautiful. It was class 1, easy.
Yeah,
but very
it was
fun.
a float, really.
Yeah, it was a float.
What else did we do in April?
Then we took the van towards Seattle, and in Boise we went and did the Boise River, which with the pack rafts, and that was our first by ourselves pack
Class
rafting.
2.
Yeah, class 2
rapids,
and very fun.
It was super fun
because we were like very nervous. I mean, I shouldn't say very nervous. We were anticipating
apprehension.
Yeah, and so it was awesome though.
And we have videos on that too. That was our first ever rafting. What did we do after that?
So then we made our way all the way to Seattle, parked the van, and flew to New York City.
So we were in New York City for 1 week, and yeah, in the spring, May.
So at the end of May, we then flew back out to Seattle and grabbed the Sea Dory 22-foot and launched it and did the San Juan for about 2 weeks.
We did the San Juan Islands for 2 weeks, and we love boating. We don't get out and do that enough, and so I think the plan this year is to actually go out and get the boat and bring it back to the Midwest and maybe start the Great Loop this summer. So
yeah, that's the plan. And one thing that's pretty funny about that is we went out there, and before we're leaving, we're like, we should do a tour of our boat, because we bought it brand new, and we put all the stuff in, and we have it cruising. We cruise it to Alaska in the Inside Passage, so it's all set up. And we're like, let's do a video, so if people are looking to buy a Sea Dory,
quick video.
Yeah, that way they can do it. So we kind of, a pretty quick video, but it's pretty intensive because we have quite a bit of stuff. Anyway, that video has like 80 or 90,000 views on it. So
Who would've thought?
And many of you might have come from that video,
Right.
because it was like a big hit, and we were thinking it's going to get, just over time, it would have maybe 500
Yeah.
views or something. That thing is by far the #1 video.
It's like, who's interested in a sea dory? Who's interested in doing a review of it and showing the insides? Well, you guys and 80 other
and
thousand.
me, because I love sea dories, and so I mean it does make sense, but it's like you wouldn't think it'd be 80,000,
That video blew up, and that's
Yeah.
been our #1
Yeah.
video. So after May, then comes June, obviously. What did we do in June? How come you're not getting in these? How come you're getting all of these? Are you looking at my phone?
I booked them all, so I dreamt them all. I'm a dreamer.
June, what do we do in June?
So in June, we met up with Aaron in Seattle. We also hiked Mount Hood with Alex.
Yeah, our oldest son is huge into backpacking, snowboarding, mountain climbing, and so he had asked us on a whim if we wanted to do Mount Hood with him because he was taking a friend up, and we're always up to every challenge, and it involved ice axes, crampons on our mountaineering boots, and getting up at 2 a.m. and hiking in the dark, in the middle of the dark, and climbing Mount Hood.
Yeah, which was really cool. I mean, it was very fun. It was
Such
a challenge.
crazy, challenging experience.
Super steep all the way up. I mean,
Yeah, such an amazing highlight for us first of all, for our son to ask us to do that with him.
yeah.
Us to even have the physicality and the physical fitness, and I mean, it's like an honor almost. It's weird
yeah.
to say that, but
No,
it's
it
like an
is.
honor to have our son ask us to do that with him.
Yeah.
So that was a huge highlight in June. What else did we do? We did
We hitchhiked to Pack Raft.
all right.
Because we were gonna bike it, but
Yeah.
it was way too hilly.
Way too hilly. We couldn't bike it. I really wanted to raft it, so we did our first hitchhiking experience so we could be dropped off at our put-in location, and that was a 2-3 rapids, and that one was fun. You dumped the kayak. Little scary. He had the GoPro on. There is video out there on that, and that was a beautiful.
It wasn't necessarily
rafting.
scary because when we took our course, Carson, our instructor, the Rockstar guy, he said, "You're gonna dump it."
We certainly would go back to that river now and do that again.
Yeah,
So
it was fun.
that was fun. Anything else I'm forgetting for June?
I don't think so.
I think that was it. Oh, we were in the Northern Cascades, which is a beautiful national park, and we did a lot of
after the
hiking
boat,
and
yeah.
exploring there. Trying to hike in tennis shoes in the snow, and we had to abort that.
Well, and that's why living full time, traveling full time, it's because we did the North Cascades, and that's just kind of a throw in. But
Yeah.
but no, the North Cascades are fantastic.
beautiful.
But we kind of went through it, fairly quick because we were on our way to meet up with Alex and Angela.
Definitely
so.
a must do and go back.
Yeah.
So July, this one I'm sure you remember because this was a highlight in July.
Well, we went to Alaska.
Yeah.
So we flew there, $99 each way to Fairbanks from Seattle, which was great.
Took our pack rafts along.
Yeah, checked them as big, so it was like $50.
And we actually pack rafted amongst the glaciers.
Yeah, we took a train in to Spencer Glacier.
Phenomenal.
And then the icebergs off of the glacier, and there was a lot of icebergs. A lot.
Beautiful.
So we were able to pack a raft around those.
Yeah, be in amongst it. Saw a big moose in the water. I mean, we also, when we were in Alaska, we hiked Denali. We took tents and stayed and hiked in Denali.
Yeah.
We went salmon fishing, which I loved. I love fishing, and that was really fun.
We caught our limit, I think 6 each or
We
whatever.
did, and then we were able to catch fish for other people too,
Right.
because they weren't catching, and they wanted to take fish home.
And then we gave all our fish to the people who were with us,
Yeah.
which,
And then we met up with some great people that I used to work with who live in Alaska, Mark and Christine, and
that was fun.
that was a highlight of our trip as well.
Yeah, very
So
fun.
that's June or July. Now we're into August.
Well, no, actually, middle of July 17th, we went to Germany.
Oh, yeah.
So we did a
I
bike
was thinking that was July. End of July.
It was July 17th is when we flew there. So
Okay, anyways.
So we we went to Germany, met up with our friends that live in Germany, and they took us on bike trip. We rented electric bikes. They had their own electric bikes. Went to,
oh my God, it was phenomenal.
Went to the
trip.
Bavarian area, which is like down by Munich.
Southeast Germany.
Oh, it was so
Austria.
fun. You have all these little like farm roads that are actually for us like bike paths.
Great video
And
out on that. We
they're
did
all
videos
over.
of that and them, and
Yeah.
so that was a phenomenal.
And if you
trip.
watch this, you know we love our German friends. I mean,
Yeah.
they're family to us, so it's always
Phenomenal
so fun
trip.
to meet up with those guys. so.
Phenomenal. So then, where does that leave us in August if we didn't?
So when we got back
June.
from then, when we got back, then we stayed in New York City for like 5 days.
Yeah.
And then we went to Washington, D.C., and then we went to Philadelphia.
Oh, I forgot about it. I didn't have pictures of those on my phone.
So
now I'm on the same page with you.
So August then.
You're not supposed to be remembering all these.
Yeah.
So September, we know what September was. We got to finally celebrate our son's wedding with Angela
Mhm.
in their parents' backyard, and that was the highlight of September.
Yeah.
Being with them and all of their friends and family.
Yeah, I mean, that's highlight, but we also then met them, Alex and Angela, in Greece. In
Yeah,
September. So-
right.
So we did Santorini,
right.
and then they went on and did another island.
Right.
On their way
They
back,
flew
so
to Greece, and then we did Greece
We
together.
spent time in Athens. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a fun trip.
September was a big one for us.
Yeah.
And then October?
So October we came back and we did the Albuquerque Balloon Festival with the Escapers.
That was a blast.
That was very fun.
Yeah.
And then we hung out with some other people that we met.
We met some great people at that fiesta,
Yeah.
and we're actually meeting up with Border Hookups again from them at the Albuquerque Balloon
And we
Festival.
then did a Halloween party with
Right.
some other escapers too, which was a blast.
We came back to Arizona and did a Halloween bash with some other escapers. So,
yeah. So all of October was on the van,
Yep.
which we love.
Yep. So that takes up October, and now we're in November.
So November we picked up Aaron's van from a Phoenix Mercedes dealer, and we ended up driving it to. We parked our van in Las Vegas storage, and drove his van to him in Tacoma. First, we delivered the van from Seattle. We flew and just. I'm giving.
Okay, now it's coming back to me. Now I remember.
I'm giving Gay what we did, and then
Now I remember.
Then we went to Chicago. Spent 2 days in
I
Chicago.
don't care about Chicago. So,
and then we flew to Italy.
right,
Or
now
Rome.
it's all coming back to me. Yes, because Aaron had the van. We didn't do anything. We flew to Rome. Yes.
Flew to Rome, and then we flew to Monaco.
Right.
So we added our 83rd country.
We did. We added our 83rd country this year.
Always wanted to go to Monaco.
We were so close. We could not go
It
to
was
Monaco.
fun. It was cheap. It was
Yeah.
great. It wasn't
What-
so much the 83rd. It was just we loved doing that, and we flew in and out because we had to meet our friends back there.
Our friends from Germany came and met us for a long weekend in Rome and Naples.
Yeah, I went to Naples. Too,
And
which
then
was
we
fun.
went to Sicily after that, and we rented a car, and we spent 2 weeks
Yeah.
in Sicily.
And the weather was fun. It was good. It was
I
right
really
on the
loved
edge.
Sicily.
Like,
It was good. We hadn't been back to Europe for a long time, and we really hadn't explored it on such an intimate level like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and because of COVID, we were doing Europe again.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
if it wasn't COVID, we wouldn't be doing Europe.
so November is complete. Now we're in December, which is fresh in my brain. What did we do in December?
So we did a really fun thing. We met both of the boys in Tacoma
yeah.
at Aaron's place, and we built out Aaron's and
Two vans.
partially Alex's and Angela's. And Angela and Alex were both there. We stayed in an Airbnb with those guys, and
We
every
did.
day we worked from basically 7 in the morning till 7 at night, or we'd have dinner at night, so it'd be 8 9 o'clock before we got back in. But
Vanapalooza
yeah,
for 2 weeks.
very successful. It was really fun.
Aaron's been out in his. He is actually out in it this weekend. His is really livable. Alex and Angela's is back in Wisconsin, and now they're continuing the build because we only got a minimal amount done on theirs, which they wanted because they had to haul all their stuff back to Wisconsin, and now they're working on it
Well,
in
and
Wisconsin.
the difference is Aaron's not going to live on his full time. They are. So theirs is a much more extensive build. And they have a 170
Right.
wheelbase, so longer ones.
We couldn't have built it out. They
Yeah.
had all their belongings in there that they want to use on the van. can keep on the van. So
Yeah.
anyway, so Vanapalooza we did, and then we flew back to Wisconsin for 14 days, and I did all things Christmassy. I had not done that for 7 years, probably, at least.
Yeah, I haven't been back in Wisconsin since like 2013 or something like that.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Yeah.
Right. And
So I only like, I've 50 years in the snow. The only way I like snow is if we're
blah, blah, blah.
in Vail or for someplace
Right,
else. So,
and I know we need to do that. We need
so
to.
it's not blah blah blah. It's more. It's just, you know, in Wisconsin was actually pretty nice. So I got some running in, but for me it's too much downtime.
It was fortunate. It was good weather there.
Yeah, it
when
was
we were
good
back
weather.
there.
We only had snow at the end, so it was actually.
So we spent time with
Right.
family and friends, and we did Christmas at my family's, which was a blast. And then we
Yeah, it
went
was
to
very
Alex and Angela's parents' house on Christmas Day, which was a blast. So I'm good to go for a while. I got my fill of Christmas.
Yeah, it was great being able to go back to to your sisters, and so it was good.
And then from there, we were in where?
Well, and it was New York City, and then which was awesome because I booked that like 9 months before off of a whim. I looked up New Year's Eve just kicks because it was COVID pricing on hotels. Found something really cheap in Times Square.
Yeah.
So and then we ended up there, ended up getting into the Times Square celebration. We don't do bucket lists, but it's one of those, like, I remember as a kid watching that all the time, so it was so cool to experience that. But
Right.
So
we went on for a long time.
yeah, long-winded, but a lot of little things.
Yeah. We just wanted to reminisce on what we're fortunate about every year, every month. We are so fortunate in what we do and the choices we get to make and the decisions and adventures and friends and people that we've met. And so we thought it would be a good time to reminisce and recap what we did last year and on to the new year.
Yep.
Which we have a lot planned for the new year, and
cross the fingers that COVID opens up some Asia or some African
so we get to do some more international. If not, we're happy and things are going well and we still are able to create adventures no matter what we're doing.
Yeah, the vans are, giving us a lot of stuff to do. So we have a couple vans coming this year probably. So
hope you guys enjoyed the videos all of last year. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the subscribers and the comments that you have left throughout the months. And I hope you're enjoying my daily videos, our daily videos.
And subscribe, not to enrich us, which there's no money really.
No,
but to
I love the interaction.
Yeah, to let Gay know that you're watching. It
gives
cool.
me more purpose.
Yeah,
really. So
and it's fun to share. We have a lot of variety. We always love sharing this because we will do this with or without YouTube.
Regardless,
I mean, we would have did the New Year's Eve is going to end up giving how many views. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be that big. It's more we'll do it on our own. So but
thanks for watching, guys. We will see you on the next video. Have a good night.